Hey, there we are. Mike the Marketing Medic here. And today, why I'm doing this live is I want to talk about what you guys should be focusing on when it comes to growing your business online. Because so many of the businesses I work with are focused on the wrong things. Okay. What are they focused on? They're focused on their funnel. They're focused on Facebook. They're focused on Instagram. Now, don't get me wrong. You need all those things. I'm not saying you don't need all those things, but this is my question is, what's the point of having a funnel? What's the point of having a order bump or a one-click upsell, one-click downsell if your message isn't resonating with your audience and they're not even clicking to buy in the first place, okay? What's the purpose of figuring out how to use a Facebook pixel and install a Facebook pixel and retarget your audience if the message that you are presenting to them isn't something that they will relate and respond to, okay? So what I'm saying you need to focus on first and foremost is your message and understanding your audience, the people I call your ideal buyer profile. Okay? And the way I do it is with something that I call empathic marketing. So that's what I'm here to talk about today is empathic marketing. And if you want to know a lot about empathic marketing, I've got a webinar coming up on Thursday. Just go to www.marketingmedic.ca/webinar. I'll put the link down in the chat and sign up for that webinar on Thursday. But here's the thing. I want to tell you a quick story about back in my days as a firefighter paramedic, okay, that will help you understand what I'm talking about when it comes to empathic marketing. Now, I was working with the Englewood Fire Department. I was a medic with the Englewood Fire Department in Colorado. And I forget how the call came in. I honestly can't remember how the call came in, but we knew it was for an injured girl, okay? So we go to the house, we knock on the door, and the father we can hear him yelling from inside, come on in, come on in, come on in. So we go in, and as we come in the door, we can hear a child crying and screaming, and we can hear the noises coming from the kitchen. So we go into the kitchen, and in the kitchen, what we found is this father and his daughter, and the daughter was on the counter, and her hand was jammed inside this meat grinder. So what had happened was the father's a hunter. They had some venison, and they were turning some of the meat into hash, into like hamburger, right? And I guess the daughter had helped the dad 1,000 times do this before. This was a new machine. It was a little bit different somehow. And what had happened is the phone rang, and the instant the phone rang and he turned around to answer the phone, she jammed her hand into this running meat grinder, and it sucked her arm right in almost to the elbow. All right. So that's the backstory. Now, I want you to think about me as a paramedic as though it's my business. Okay. So what am I there to sell her? Okay. I'm there to sell her a ride to the hospital. I'm there to sell her a solution for her problem, which is that her hand is stuck in a meat grinder. Okay, I'm there to sell her on the idea that I'm the best person to get her from where she is now to the ultimate solution that I believe she needs, and that's her hand out of the meat grinder, right? And that all makes perfect sense, and you're probably not arguing with me at all. But let's look at it from this little girl's perspective. I don't remember her name, but let's call her Susie. Let's just call her Susie. Okay, let's look at it from Susie's perspective. Now, Susie knows her hand's in a meat grinder, right? She knows that's a problem, but is that subconsciously the thing that is first and foremost on her mind? And here's the thing, it really isn't. She is not thinking far enough ahead to like, oh, am I going to be able to, play sports when I grow up? Are boys going to look at me funny? Am I going to be, disabled because I'm missing my hand? She's not thinking about any of these things. She's just freaked out because her hand is in this meat grinder. So her number one problem, and again, this is more at a subconscious level, is fear. This girl is scared to death, and it's not a rational fear, right? It could be a rational fear because of what's happening, but her fear at this moment is more of an irrational fear, okay? So what I could do is I could try to sell her on all of the features that I have and what a great paramedic I have, how good I am at starting IVs, how I could give her morphine and take away the pain, how she will go to the hospital where they will put more needles in her, where they will render her unconscious, and she will go to surgery and she will have this machine removed from her hand in a surgical procedure. That is the solution that I'm going to ultimately provide. But again, that is what she needs, but that's not what she wants to hear. So in this case, what I did was I I formed a rapport with this girl, and believe it or not, I started telling her jokes. I asked her like, "Why'd you do that?" And I actually got her laughing. Then once she was laughing, once I built that rapport with her, once she trusted me, then when she related to me, once she knew that I understood her and I understood her fears, then I was able to provide what I needed to do for my business, for my features. And then, I was able to start an IV on her, right? Because I was able to do so in a way that was secondary to what my communication was. And then I was able to give her some morphine to take away some of the pain and bring her anxiety down even more. And then I was able to get her onto the stretcher and into the ambulance with her not screaming, because think about it. She doesn't logically, rationally know that she needs to go to the hospital. Like, again, she's scared. Something very traumatic has happened to her, and more change is more trauma, right? So she doesn't want to go with strangers. She doesn't want to go into an hospital, into an ambulance. She certainly doesn't want to go to the hospital. And so I was able to, create this bond with her so that she knew, liked, and trusted me, so that I was able to get her to do what she ultimately needed. All right. And that's the way you want to think about it when you are relating to your customers. Okay. You know what they need. They know what they need. But here's the thing, in the online world right now, there is so much noise out there. There are so many scammers out there. People have been taken advantage of so many times that the most important thing for you to do is to create a relationship with your audience, with your ideal buyer profile, so that they will know, like, and trust you, so that you can create a message that they will relate and respond to. All right? I hope that all makes sense. Again, I'm going to be talking about this more in my upcoming webinar on Thursday. So just go to www.marketingmedic.ca to sign up for that webinar. Okay? This live has gone on long enough. So in the next live I'm going to do another one tomorrow morning. And in that one, I'm going to be talking about, I just talked about the story, the backstory, the paramedic firefighter story. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking more about a more relevant sales story for how we apply it with some of the clients I'm working with today. All right. So if you want to see that live and don't miss it, the best thing you can do is like this video when you see it. Just click the like button, click the like button, the love button, click the wow button. I don't care. Click one of those emojis, and then leave a comment. Leave a comment with a question, and I will answer it in an upcoming live. All right. So I hope that helps you all. And again, if you have some time on Thursday, make sure you check out my webinar at www.marketingmedic.ca/webinar, where I'll be talking all about the empathic marketing strategy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next live. Okay. Bye-bye.